And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good morning and welcome to the market forecast for Thursday, June the 30th, last day of the quarter, last day of the half of the year. It's National Handshake Day, so a handshake to all of you. And if you are in these markets, hopefully you are protecting yourself and things are going your way. A couple of these moves this morning have reminded me yet again why I don't hold positions into economic numbers. And we had a bunch of them come out this morning. As always, our main focuses are on accurate context, always thinking risk management first, and remaining patient. The economic numbers, well, let's start with Canada. The April Canada GDP, 0.3% as expected. Initial jobless claims last week, they were announced at 229,000. They revised those to 233,000. They were expecting 228,000. It came out 231,000. So they're calling that a drop in initial jobless claims. Depends on how you look at those numbers. Continuing jobless claims, they were at 1,315,000 last week. They were expecting 1,310,000. Came out higher at 1,328,000. Read those numbers as you will. The PCE price index, they were looking for 0.4%, came out 0.3%. That is being viewed by the talking heads as a little bit of a pullback possibly in inflation. So we've got our markets kind of pleased by all of this. Personal income and outlays, they were expecting 0.5%. That's what they got. As far as outlays are concerned, they were expecting 0.4%. It came out 0.2%, indicating people are possibly spending a little less money. We're still waiting for the 845, the Chicago PMI numbers, and 930, the nat gas numbers. We all know that stocks are lower, and we're lower as we looked at these markets this morning. We're seeing a little bit of possible change in them after these numbers. We've got the major averages. When I first looked at them, were down more than 1%. I don't think that is the case as we sit now. Crude prices have waffled as OPEC Plus is expected to raise outputs by 648,000 barrels per day in August. The question remains on whether or not they will be able to achieve that and deliver. We had a pretty decent opportunities, a couple of decent opportunities near some important levels this morning in both directions. It's going to be an interesting morning to look at these charts, and it's going to be an interesting morning to learn more about markets, and that's really just one of the many jobs we have as traders. VIX this morning is up about 5% to 29.74 last I checked. Dollar index, nice pop in the dollar index, 105.33 this morning. And the yield on the 10-year off just slightly at 3.03%. Yes, gold moved $20 after the open. It initially left the opening range at the high of the session. Soon as that number came out, buyers came in and just whacked that thing to the upside. I'm hoping a couple of folks were able to take advantage of it. I did not participate, as I don't like to participate in these releases and before the open. So I'll be tasked to see if I can find opportunities as the day goes on in many of these markets. As always, make sure you hit the lucky like button for us. Share, comment, question, feedback, heckling, and love are always welcome on the market forecast. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notified when we do go live. Good morning, everyone. I see some good chatter here. Dimitar, first one in the room. You win the prize today, Dimitar. Scott saw and he conquered. Theo Shaw, chilling with Dylan, Tachyon, Manuel Caesar, Terry King, Jimmy Decker, Zorain, Charles March, good morning. I'm going to enjoy my vacation. Thank you very much. And of course, we hope that everybody has that opportunity a couple of times a year at least, right? Tachyon had a 4-hour thunderstorm pretty close to the house. Found something to do and forgot that the internet existed. Felt that the thunder and lightning and buckets of rain washed away my past 4 months. Very nice. Of frustration and anger, feeling like a new man. Good. I'm glad, Tachyon. You work very hard at this, and it's sometimes these feelings do pile up on us, and sometimes it's hard to get rid of it. And I'm glad that that thunderstorm and that maybe that feeling of small helped you realize what's really important. Patrick, good morning. Will Doherty. James Swan, good afternoon. Good Bill Phillips, Sarah, good morning. Prayers and love to you as well. So Tachyon starting his 50K combine tomorrow. We'll break it in a few days of sim trading after that. Then the grind will begin again. Looking forward to your success, Tachyon. When I get back from my vacation, I'm expecting a full report. Vince, gold morning. On to the next step. Vince, you must have done something that I'm really hoping that you did this morning and caught something really nice. I'm very happy. Dr. VJ, nice talking to you yesterday. Tachyon and hey, John Doherty. JD, the Dancing Bear, is with us. He's going to be with you on starting tomorrow morning and through next week, not including Monday, of course. Monday, we're all taking the day off. It is the Independence Day holiday, and God bless the United States. So, JD, we're looking forward to seeing you. Everybody's excited to hear what you have to say. Joe, Bill Phillips, good morning. If you love fishing, you'll love Branson. If you love music, you'll love Branson. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of fishing. I'm not even sure we're going to head into Branson. I'm not into crowds when I'm on vacation, but we will be doing some considerable listening to some good music and bringing my guitar in case I get the chance. Not too sure with this hand of mine what I'll be able to do with it, but we'll see. Joe Drennan, good to see you. Tachyon, head and shoulders pattern in SMP. If you squint, sometimes we have to do that, right? Chris Johnson, gold with $20 after the open. Big move. Carlos, good morning. Trading Research, Rob T. William Hinson, Joshua Cunningham. Wishing Tachyon good luck. 3 Lions. Jerry is awake. I hope John is too. Chris Hayes, Glitter Sandwich, good morning. Thank you very much, Glitter Sandwich. We're looking forward to getting away for a little bit. UG also, thank you very much. Tiavi, hello. And Chris Columbus, good morning. And, all I had was that one little drink we had last night in our recap, little cocktail party, but that was really all I had. I just took it easy. Had a nice dinner and went to bed early, expecting some possible opportunities for us today. And it looks like we are getting them. I'm looking forward to taking a look into the charts this morning, as I'm sure you are as well. I am kind of mixed as far as emotionally is concerned. I do enjoy the markets, even though they do aggravate me sometimes. I've been doing this a long time, and I do enjoy the opportunity to talk to you guys every day, and I'm going to miss you. So again, it's kind of mixed emotions. It's always good to get away. It's going to be great to get back as well, and I know you are in great hands with the younger, smarter, and more handsome John Doherty with you for the next week. Let's take a look into these charts. Yeah, here's the daily in the S&Ps. Here's the daily. So volume has maintained, I would say, for the last couple of sessions to the downside. We added an estimated 8,800 in open interest. That, to me, is much more friendly to the downside auction than anything we saw on the upside auction. So we're seeing volume. We're seeing some open interest coming in. The downside auction is not yet finished. As a matter of fact, we have an unfinished downside auction yesterday in the profile, much the same way we did on Tuesday, and we see the market is opening with a gap to the downside, and we're going to take a look at that on the short side here. Inflation and certain uncertainties remain in the marketplace. So here's the 30-minute chart. Here's that week low we saw on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, week low. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We had another week low in the profile yesterday. So the unfinished auction, we had the push down on Tuesday, Wednesday, another unfinished auction, and we've got another gap to the downside. As we were discussing yesterday, just the other day, no, actually it was 5 years ago. As we were discussing yesterday, there's a couple of visual targets for us to clean up down below. We had a naked point of control at 3780. Looks like we're going to be checking that relatively soon after the open. We've got another naked point of control down here at 3710. And then we've got our weekly kickoff low, which is 3675 down below that. If we continue in that direction, we have overnight inventory to the short side. We are going to be opening with a gap. We just filled this gap yesterday. We're creating another one to the downside. If we can't fill the gap, we're going to be looking for a continuation to the downside, and an easy target would be this 3710, 3709, whatever it is, naked point of control down here. Nothing is finite in futures trading, and all levels mentioned are zones, not finite. Okay? So, here's the profiles. Monday here, narrow, unfinished downside auction. Tuesday, we continued that downside auction. We continued that downside auction again with a normal trading day. Normal trading day is a day that never exits the range for the first hour of trade. The initial balance, this blue line right here, signifies the first hour of the trade for the day, and the market was unable to trade outside of it. A very even bell curve. The market used up a lot of ability to facilitate trade there. We added open interest on a down day and a overlapping to the lower day, overlapping to lower value, and we left an unfinished downside auction at the end of the day yesterday. So it would make sense that we may be opening lower. Here's that 3870 volume point of control here that we look like we might be checking relatively early, and we know we've got points down below to look at. So we continue to put in excess at highs, no excess at lows. The market adding volume, adding open interest. This auction to the downside appears healthy. All right, here is crude oil losing 3,500 in open interest yesterday. Okay, we do have what we were going to be calling a bear flag. Now, the bear flag, the market came down to it. Relatively weak volume and open interest on this push to the upside, and now we've broken and opened below the trend line at the bottom of that late spike. Let's take a look at the 30 then. So here's that bear flag. We look down below it. It looks like we opened below it, but we've left our opening range probably at the low of the session here. Let's give that a quick look. Oh, we're not quite there yet. Hello. All right, well, we'll watch that opening range here in just about a minute. We're just kind of going back to where we are. We have a bear flag. We broke out below the open. That doesn't really matter. I want to see us break out in regular trading hour session to see if we can really find some continuation to the downside. To be honest with you, I'm not even thinking about the fundamentals here. I'm thinking about just what I'm seeing in the charts. Just what I'm seeing in the charts. We've got weekly kickoff high here. It was to a degree resistant, then supportive. Supportive again at the end of the day yesterday. Kind of magnetic throughout the evening. Where we open in relation to this trend line and this important inflection line, and what we do on the open is going to be very important. It was looking like we were going to be opening with a gap. That may now no longer be true. Anne Marie, good morning. It's good to see you. And you are kind of looking at the idea that we may resolve lower through the day today with crude oil. And I've been hoping that I may get that opportunity to see this breakout for a relatively decent move to the downside. I was hopeful for it on before the open today, and when the numbers came out, things changed a little bit. So we're going to have to see how this market opens. We're in the opening range now. It looks like the opening range is up against that weekly kickoff high, which is 109.50, 109.55, the high of the opening range. We've got a little over a 30 tick opening range here. 15 seconds left in the opening range. If we take out the low of the opening range first up against this inflection level at 109, that's important. If we take out above the opening range at this important inflection level, that means a lot as well. So we'll have to keep an eye and maybe come back to the crude oil before we end the forecast today. I'm looking for the market to, in a large part, hold below that 109.50 level and then come all the way back and take out this trend line and accept below it for a continuation to the downside. Yep, Anne Marie is looking for the same failure near 109, so we're in agreement with that. Don't forget, we do have group Make Hogue Money today. There's the link, the direct link, if you want to register and join us. It's just after the market forecast here this morning. And let's move on a little bit here. We're starting to see this market come off and test that trend line to a T there. Nasdaq, similar but different with the S&Ps. We did add 3,100 more in open interest. Open interest has been coming a little bit more readily to the downside here in the Nasdaq. Open interest is continuing to rise. Everything is really going to be about, at least early in the session, how traders and investors digest the information that we already have out this morning. Here's the 30-minute chart. Lolly. So yesterday, the day before yesterday, we tested to the same point of control that we're testing to right now in the S&Ps. We've got a couple of more naked point of controls that are visuals, and as visual as markets are, if traders are looking to them, they will bring price there. Looks like we're gonna probably be opening with a gap, maybe be opening with a gap here in the Nasdaq. Take a look at this is the 30. We already looked at the okay. So those two naked points of control, if you are interested in seeing if the market does get to them today, even if you don't participate, 11,417 and 11,300, these two naked points of control. See if the market can get us there. If traders are looking at them, they will bring price there. Gold. Wow, what a rip. What a rip in gold this morning. Man, oh man. Opening range, initially the low of the session. We started to see some increase in volume up against this weekly kickoff low. We saw an increase in open interest now. An estimated 2,200 in additional open interest, on higher volume, near an important inflection level. Well, 1792, right down here, this swing low could be an easy downside target. Initially, again, the opening range was the high of the session, but when the economic numbers came out, this thing just ripped to the upside. It was quite the move. I'm hoping somebody was able to catch it. I did not. So now I'm going to be just wondering what's going to happen. We had some overnight inventory to the short side. That's obviously been reconciled. Any gap, we're back in range and value. Now that we're back in value, I can just sit back, relax, and see if I can find a decent trade location throughout the rest of the day. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to go hunting for it, but if the market offers me an opportunity that I can't pass, then I'll have to take it. It's like, I'm going to offer you an opportunity that you cannot pass. then I'll take it. But I'm not worried about it right now. And for the euro, Sim's kind of almost a similar situation, except the fact that we had really no acceptance down below the weekly kickoff low. We decreased. We've increased in volume over the last couple of sessions, and we've seen some open interest coming in the euro market as well, looking for some bigger opportunities as things change here. We got some pretty good dollar strength this morning. Kind of followed suit with gold this morning, testing weekly kickoff low. It didn't text it, it tested it. We still have a gap. The reaction for the euro was nowhere near what it was for gold. So the euro really kind of adhering to what's been going on with the dollar. This gives us an opportunity down here at this weekly kickoff low. We've got 3 bars that have attempted to go down and close below it. They've been unable to so far. So this gives us a kind of an opportunity to limit risk if we want to look for longs at this level. If we don't, we're going to look for acceptance below that level, let the market come back to it, and then perhaps go see what happens to the downside. Vince, 163 ticks, but you never get those big trades. I'm very happy for you, Vince. Nice job. All right, let's go to the 10-year, and we'll take a look at nat gas, and we'll go get ready for Make Hogue Money. It's going to be an interesting one today, as they always are. The 10-year volume, just okay. Added another 17,000 in open interest, but still largely range-bound and short time frame controlled. We had a bull flag configuration that broke out yesterday, and we're seeing continuation of it today. If we continue to see volume and buyers come in, it shouldn't be too long, and we may see the market take out last week's high and head towards weekly kickoff high. 30-minute. Here's our bull flag. We broke out yesterday, took a look down to the trend line, did not accept below it, pushed higher, opened with a gap, tested to last week's high, found some resistance. But if we can't close the gap relatively early, relative, I know that is a subjective term, we're still going to be looking for opportunities to buy weakness in this market. Have we really reached our target for this bear flag breakout? No, not really. I would say weekly kickoff high. Is that the right level? 1920. That looks a little bit far, but look at all the unfinished business, the naked points of control we have above in this market. Those go pretty far back, and those will be interesting opportunities for the visual traders to take price too. Trading markets are visual. It's because people are visual. What they're looking at, they bring price to. It's almost like you set a self-fulfilling prophecy when you tell yourself you'll never be able to do this. Believe me, I know. I've been there. Natural gas. Volume not that great. Open interest, we did add 1,200 in open interest, but it seems as though the market is really digesting and looking for new information here. Last week's high and low, we're still right in the middle of it. Our little tennis player is center court looking for the volley on either side. We did have a bear flag configuration form, and we have broken out below it, and I think we found some resistance at that lower trend line. Here's the 30-minute. Here's our bear flag configuration, bear pennant. Broke out below it yesterday. No real test back to it as far as today is concerned. Very low participation. Not a lot of information in the overnight as far as any overnight inventory. I think that's already been resolved. You just got to try and stay patient. As tough as this market is, I think today's going to be a little bit tougher. If we can't find acceptance back inside value, because we did open outside of range and value, acceptance inside of value puts forth the value area special situation play, which at some point could bring price back up to the value high from yesterday. So we're going to be monitoring first for acceptance or rejection of yesterday's area of value, basically the low of the range from yesterday in regular trading hours. So we're right at that level. We're kind of at an inflection level, an important level here, monitoring for acceptance inside value. And again, acceptance is subjective. Sometimes you need some time inside value to accept and have the value area special situation play to the upside. Sometimes it'll happen before you even get a chance to get in. It's one of the trickier special situations, as if not all of them are. So we have, as always, our challenges set out for us. Being the last day before my vacation, I am going to be very cautious not to get into any real trouble. The markets always seem to keep me sticking around, because I may, be seeing some opportunities. But most important today is Capital Preservation Day for me. I'm going to be leaving town tomorrow morning first thing, so and I want to be happy, so I'm going to be really cautious and just looking for anything that really speaks to me. I'm not going to go looking for trades today. When I do that, man, oh man, I can certainly find and manufacture opportunities that may or may not even be there. So I'm going to stay patient today, and then I'm going to leave town, and I'll be back a week from this coming Monday, the 11th, back to the forecast, back for Top Steps strategy classes, and make Hogue money that week. We won't be having group coaching because we'll be doing the strategy classes, and I'm going to sign off from the forecast. I know that my good friend John Doherty is going to do a fine job. I'm looking forward to seeing him when I'm down there fishing. Trade well, everyone. Don't forget to pray for peace. Enjoy the Independence Day holiday. God bless the United States. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Always remember to pray for world peace. And I'll be thinking about you. Rick, hey, good to see you. I see you're here now. And thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you all. This is all about you, and I can't tell you how much I enjoy and appreciate all of you being here with me, and I will be thinking about you. We'll see you for Make Hogue Money, and then that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to go to Costco and get some supplies, beer, and we'll be heading out first thing tomorrow morning. So blessings to you all. I'll be thinking about you. I'm looking forward to hearing some good success stories when I get back. Be good to each other, and I will see you soon. See you at Make Hogue Money in a few minutes. Blessings, everyone.